everyone. We are back for our mini training today, and the big focus is on 3 things to help you crush your weekend. So I'm gonna go over the first 2, and then I have a special guest. Ooh, look at her go. Yes, and she literally just kicked my butt for like an hour doing fitness. So we are gross and sweaty and here to talk to you about food and weekend things. Okay, so of course I'm doing this live right now and hopefully you can catch the replay. Let me know if you're checking it out in the Facebook group or if you are using the YouTube link. I'd love to hear that too, to know what works best for everyone. And if you hear my puppy barking in the background, it's just another day in the life. So here we are, right? Okay, so crushing the weekend. The first 2 things I want to talk about. Number 1 is drinking your water still throughout the weekend. Because I think sometimes when we lose that structure of what you have with your work schedule and daily routines during the week, it just gets a little different on the weekend. So I don't know about you guys, but I've definitely been there where hydration takes a back burner because I just don't maybe I'm not at my desk as much, which usually has a thing of water, or maybe I forget to bring my water bottle with me because we're moving around and going to a lot more places. So I think really still hitting your water target will help you and make you feel better. And also help with fullness levels. So not having that confusion of am I just thirsty or am I actually hungry, right? So I think with water too, a really good way to make sure you hit your target is front loading it, probably more than you want to. So, starting your day with something like 20 to 40 ounces of water is a surefire way to set the pace for the rest of the day, right? Now, of course, meet yourself where you are. So if you're drinking no water when you first wake up, do not try to drink 40 ounces tomorrow because it's not going to be fun. So maybe just start with a 6 or 8 ounce glass and do that for a week or 2 and then slowly increase it up. Now, some of you may be wondering what's my total requirement every day? So a general rule of thumb is taking your body weight in pounds and dividing it by 2 and converting that to ounces. And that's the minimum amount. So for example, if you weigh 160 pounds, 80 is your minimum. So not too bad, right? Now, if you work out for an hour, every hour of exercise, you should add about 15 ounces to that. But again, meet yourself where you are. If you're supposed to hit your minimum of 80 and on a daily average, you're hitting 40, let's try for 1 more glass on top of that for a little bit before you try to get there, just because I don't want you to burn out from doing it too, so you can do this stuff for the long haul, right? Anything else I missed on that water, Sena?
Maybe adding electrolytes because it's so hot right now.
See, this is why I'm featuring her today, right? A great call out there. So my general rule of thumb with that is the more you sweat, the more you need assistance with replacing what you're losing. So having a hydration supplement could be super helpful. Sena and I both love the LMNT supplement, but definitely up to you. It is higher in sodium, but that's the goods. It's going to help you. But if you are not used to consuming that, I tell people you can always start with half a packet, and honestly that stuff's kind of expensive, so stretching it out to make it last a little bit longer is not a bad idea. And I also think it's important to think about where you are. My friends from New York might not need as much element in a week, but my friends down in Florida and Georgia might be having that shit every day, right? So definitely something to consider, where you are, how much you sweat. So number 1 thing to help you crush your weekend, making sure you're still hitting your water target and adding in those electrolytes where you need it. And then number 2 is, might not sound very fun, but you do this usually Monday through Friday anyways, but it's planning out your meals, right? So I think, again, your structure of work or day-to-day routine probably changes on the weekends, especially if you have kiddos running around, or maybe you don't have to work Saturday or Sunday or both days. So that can free up a lot of your time, and it's almost sometimes like so much time we don't know what to do, or we don't do the things, or we forget to do the things. So I think still having a plan, maybe keeping like similar times that you eat could help you stay consistent through the weekend. So if you're used to, having lunch at work at 12, try to keep lunch at home at 12 on the weekends. And I also think this is also very, very helpful for if you choose to have a meal out. Like a lot of times people have more free time to try a new restaurant, or go out with their friends and family and get together with people at social events or outings and barbecues this summer and all those fun things. And I don't think you need to be isolated by any means to achieve your nutrition goals. So I think it's important to just have a plan. And maybe you don't know all the specific details of what the people are cooking, but you could always ask for like a general menu and like what you could bring. And maybe if they're lacking anything that makes like a whole complete meal, you can bring that as a dish to pass. Or if you're ordering out at a restaurant, you can always take a peek at the menu and just kind of come up with at least an idea, maybe prioritize your protein first, and how to keep that plate well balanced. So I think planning your meals is gonna go a long way to help you crush your weekend. Did I miss anything there, Sena?
I don't think so. No.
Well, that's perfect, because I'm gonna lead her in to talk about the last tip, which involves a little bit more specifically towards your movement for the weekend. So I'm gonna let her take over. Hang tight.
Here I am. Okay, hello guys. I am Sena, and I'm gonna talk about movement this weekend. So one thing is you can either choose between training and having a structured workout, whether you're going to do some bodybuilding, some CrossFit, if you're a runner, going on a run, anything that's a workout in itself, planning that into your day will be super helpful. So whether that's making a time I know you said, to schedule that in almost like a work meeting that you're not going to miss. So put that in, whether it's waking up early before the kids get up, even getting the kids involved, doing some body weight workouts with them, and just getting the whole family involved is super helpful. So make sure you're getting in your training if you want to pick that route. If you don't have any room for training and you just want to move, I say we don't have to train every day, but we should move every day, because us as human beings should move every day. So whether that's getting in a certain amount of steps, whether that's 8 to 10,000 steps, or if you're only getting 6,000 steps a day, maybe that's getting 7,000 or 8,000. Like Coach Tracy said, let's meet you where you're at. So picking a good step count is a really great way to keep that movement up. Also, going on a bike ride with your family, going around town, that's a really great idea. Going on a hike with your family as well, or just, by yourself, just exploring the area, going on a walk, kind of getting in movement in that way. I say, like I said, that we should move every day. So pick something that is enjoyable to you and stick to it so that it can be sustainable in the long run. Did I miss anything for that too?
No, I think that's good, Sena. You did so good. So I feel like that's super helpful, because a lot of times we don't know, like, do we need to stay like on path? And some of you probably have programming to do for the weekend, so you can continue to do that. Just make sure you schedule it in. And like Sena said, sometimes you don't need to train every single second, so just creating some kind of movement, whatever that looks like for you, scheduling that in like you wouldn't miss it, a meeting or a special appointment. So I think that'd be super helpful, right?
Yeah.
So these 3 things should be easy to remember to help you feel like, a lot of times I think people feel like they're like weekend warriors, right? I've been guilty myself. We were just talking about this, like feel like you can crush it Monday through Friday, and then sometimes Saturday, Sunday, you just don't do any of the things that you normally do. And you end up not feeling as good. So maybe it doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but if you can at least meet yourself where you are and do 1% better, I think you'll feel better. Right?
For sure. Yep.
With that being said, I hope you enjoyed these 3 tips to help you. Me and Sena need to go eat lunch and make some whole, complete, well-balanced meals. Does that sound good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns down in the comments below. And thanks for taking the time.
Bye.
We'll see you next Thursday.